You guys are ready for the next one? Yeah! He's a kind of a veteran. Give a round of applause for Socrates!
Thanks so much. Keep going, Ramiro! And how I'm doing tonight. My name is Socrates. I am an American. Yeah, I appreciate that surprise. Yeah, I've never heard of that. If you haven't heard of it, don't look it up. It's a great country. You've never made a mistake. If you have heard of it, sorry. It wasn't me. Actually, I'm not going to be American much longer. I just got my appreciation or my announcement that I'm accepted to be a Dutch citizen. Appreciate that. It's usually the expats are the ones that cheer right away. The Dutch wait a few minutes, like, all right, yay! Because I have to. But I'm the perfect immigrant. You know, I'm old and injured, so everybody wants one of us. Yeah, I came from Florida. It's weird, you know, everybody complains about the Dutch weather, and in the end, every place has its own weather, and they all kind of suck. Like Greece, I'm Greek, and Greece is beautiful weather, except for, you know, now when the whole place bursts into flame, which sucks if you've never been there when that happens. I lived in Florida, and we don't really have a winter the same way we don't have a winter here, but then we quickly go into summertime, like 1st of January. But after a little while, it becomes the other season that we have, which is fire season. Yeah, and Greece didn't used to have fire season as much, but now it does. And I was in Florida during fire season, and fire season sucks. Yeah, if you don't like rain, go through fire season once. Rain's great. But don't get me wrong, I've never done flooding, you know. So I assume if you've done flooding, you're like, rain sucks. But on the other end of it is fire, and fire is really bad. But after fire season, if you're in Florida, comes hurricane season, which is exciting. I don't know if you've ever been in, anybody been in a hurricane? Anyone done it? No, just a little bit. Where was yours? Who wooed? Somebody wooed? Okay. Well, anyway, I've done hurricanes, and I was living in Florida for 21 years, and basically all the hurricanes come towards Florida, and they veer off into the Carolinas. It's like a drunk at the bar who beats the guy up next to you. It's exciting. And it's bad for other people. And you have a great story to tell. And the year before Katrina, because I don't know what year it was, but I can look at Katrina, which is the one that destroyed New Orleans. And I was one of the people that were giving thoughts and prayers to it not to go to Florida, and it went to New Orleans, and I was, sorry. Well, we had gotten ours the year before. 3 hurricanes passed directly over my house. And again, it's very exciting when you see a huge storm getting bigger coming right at you. You're like, what do I do? Nothing. People evacuate. I don't know if you've ever seen anyone. They evacuate from where we're at, and they head up north, like from the Keys. And then the hurricane veers north. And they head up towards Jacksonville. The hurricane veers a little north. And they just, it's like, and the Keys, it's beautiful weather. Nothing happened out of the Keys. If they just stayed put, it was fine. That's why we stayed put. We're like, screw it. It may not come here. But here in the Netherlands, we don't get that kind of exciting rain. I mean, it comes occasionally for 10 minutes. You know, it's like a drunk guy that just runs past you in a car. It's not the same. They move in Florida. They come in for weeks, months. It didn't ever. But here we have a different kind of a weather situation where, again, they don't really have a winter time. We kind of go from spring into fall, back into spring. You know, now occasionally we had a little tiny bit of winter time, but I was here about 14 years so far, and back in 2013, I think, we didn't have a summer whatsoever. Remember that one? Now we have summertime. Brought to you by ExxonMobil. Hey, it's an evil wind that doesn't bring somebody some good luck, you know what I mean? But like the Dutch have a different form of weather because it like sort of rains here. Like my favorite Dutch word for rain is that little tiny rain that gets in your face. You know, miser. Because it makes you miserable. And one of the worst things about miser is a rain form that if you are on fire, miser won't put you out. It's just damp and burning. It really, really sucks. So I'm getting older now. I'm 57. Hey, amazement over here. Appreciate that. which is 75 in Dutch, by the way. If you are dyslexic, learn a little Dutch. It will definitely give you dyslexia. Between the numbers and the I's and the E's, it's like, whoa, I before E unless you're doing Dutch. In which case, just skip it. Yeah, if you can't spell, you know that spell check always puts a little red line underneath their words, make you feel like an idiot. You know what you do with that thing? It can help your spelling if you know how to use it. You just right-click, put add to dictionary. And over time, your spelling gets better and better and better. I don't care what your people say that when they get the email, screw them. There is no A in here. But, so I've been trying to stay alive, and that's not easy, you know. I remember I was born before COVID. Anybody else in here? Anybody? Remember that it was a self-help phase of our lives where you just kind of get in touch with yourself, you know, find out who you are. You know, find out I'm Socrates, who am I? You know? And so when COVID ended, I thought I was new Socrates, you know. And I found out at that point that I learned a Dutch word because I got slammed into. The word was aangereden. Yeah, aangereden. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's what I thought too. But it was exciting. You know, you think a hurricane's exciting. Getting aangereden's exciting, you know? Because I was aangereden door. School to close up. And he hit me and I went flying in the air like a bird and landed like an octopus. It was one of those days that changes your life, you know. They talk about the sick house as a house of paracetamol. When I got there, he looked at my arm, and they did that face thing, which you don't want a doctor to do when they look at my x-ray. He went, ugh. I saw the x-ray. I was like, oh, that's not me, is it? He said, ugh. And he offered me a shot of morphine. Yeah, the paracetamol was not going to cut it whatsoever. I haven't tried heroin yet. But I got to tell you, if it's at all like morphine, count me in. Anybody done morphine here? What's your morphine be? Recreational with medical purposes? Medical purposes. So far. It's a great drug, right? Any complaints? Morphine, if you haven't known, if you've never had it, morphine's like a warm hug on a cold night. It's like when your mom, your dad comes up to you with a big coat and search around you. Oh, it's a fantastic thing. You make a nice nap, and man, I could do a couple years on morphine if at all possible. Unfortunately, this is the end for me, but if anybody has some morphine, give me a call. My name was Socrates. Be safe to yourselves. If not, ask for the morphine. It's good.